Good will always come back to you. Hello, loves. Join me for a story Saturday. Sometime around last year, I was walking out of Kroger and I approached my car and there was a lady standing there and she had a worried look on her face. I got closer to my car and she goes, "Is this your car?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Oh my God, thank God, I've been standing here for 30 minutes. I was kind of worried and asked her what was wrong. And she said, "As I was turning to park next to you, I kind of scratched your bumper on the back, or like more towards the side. So I looked down and yes, there's a few scratches. I lick my finger and swipe a little bit. It seemed to come off. And then I looked at her and I was like, "It's okay, you're good." And she looked at me like, "What? Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, totally. It's no big deal." I was like, "I'm sorry that you had to wait so long and I appreciate you waiting because not most people would do that, but it's okay." She looked so relieved and we both went on our merry way. Now, fast forward to a couple of weeks ago when I dropped my son off at soccer, and then as I was leaving the parking lot, I wanted to make a left turn, so I was looking to my right to make sure there were no more cars. There was a car in front of me that was also waiting, and for some reason in my mind, I thought he already went. So instead of making sure that he did, I went ahead and I pressed on the gas. I heard a little shh, and I was like, oh no. So I looked in front of me, and lo and behold, we are bumper to bumper. So with skipping all the details of how we finally got back into the parking lot, and I was waiting outside for his father to come. Mind you, it was below freezing that day. His father finally came and I apologized, and I said, "This is all my fault, and I'm totally willing to pay for this. Let's exchange information." And the dad, with both hands in his pocket, looked at the bumper and was like, it's okay. The son that was driving was 17 years old, so I felt so bad because he was probably so worried. I was like, "What do you mean? I feel so bad. I'll pay for this." And he was like, "No, really, it's no big deal." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Well, let me make it up to you." And he's like, "Honestly, it's no big deal. If you want to make it up to anybody, make it up to my son." I went up to his kid and I was like, "Listen, I'm a pretty well-known cake artist. You can look up my page. If you ever need a cake, it's on the house." So the kid looked it up and he's like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay." And then he just got in his car and left. It didn't seem like he was really interested, but hey, I tried. Moral of the story, do good and it shall come back to you.